Hi, my name is Lars. This is the how-to. Let's talk about cheap ways to travel all around Europe, and in this video I want to focus on the bus company Flixbus, which I travel with quite a lot. First of all, of course, you can travel by plane, which can be quite cheap, and obviously it's the fastest way to get around most of the time. Cheap companies are, for example, Eurowings, EasyJet, Ryanair, Air Berlin, Wizz or Air France. But then again, depending where you want to go, the flights can be also quite expensive. So if you're like a backpacker on a budget, like I am most of the times, flights are not always the best option. Check out Google Flights. Google Flights is a good tool to compare where you want to go and how much does the flight cost. Maybe you can plan your trip all around the cheapest flights you just found. Another way to travel is of course by train. Traveling by train can be quite a hassle if you have to change like trains in between. This happens quite a lot, especially if you're looking for the cheap train tickets. The reason why I'm not traveling that often by train is that even within Germany, for example, the train tickets can be quite expensive. It can cost around 90 to 100 euros sometimes, just one way. So if you plan to travel all around Europe, you should check out the Interrail ticket. I give you the link in the description. This is a pass you can book, and with this pass you can travel all around 30 countries within Europe if you buy the global pass, but you have to travel in a certain amount of days or weeks most of the time, so you have to check that out. Another easy and especially cheap way to travel around Europe is, for example, by carpooling. Friends of mine did this because this even works, for example, from Belgium to Germany, France, and within all the countries. I put a link in the description as well if you want to check this out. What you need to know, if you do carpooling, of course you need to be quite flexible. Maybe there is no ride at a certain day you want to go. It even happens that a driver can cancel the ride, and this can be annoying of course, but it's also an easy and cheap way. And you can travel by bus. I'm using the bus company Flixbus, like seriously most of the times, because this is like a reliable company and the service is really nice. Of course there are several other companies you can choose. For example, there's Eurolines. We had quite some bad experience with them. They wanted to have a printed ticket, which I didn't have, and they made like quite a drama. Also the bus drivers were not that nice. So whenever I can, I just travel by Flixbus because this is like the way to go for me. Flixbus doesn't cover like whole Europe yet. If you want to go to the very north, like Scandinavia, Great Britain for example, there are really not many connections right now. But if you travel all around like Germany, to France, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, if you want to go to Eastern Europe, which is quite a nice route. Many people travel, they do Germany and then they go to all the Eastern Europe countries. This is quite a good way to get around. So if Flixbus doesn't cover the area you want to travel, there are two websites you can use to see if there is any other connection. There is checkmybus.com and there is GoEuro.de, which is a German website, but you can change the language to English. So I just show you quickly which areas Flixbus does cover, and of course you can check it out on the website. I will link that map for Flixbus in the description. So I want to show you the map a little bit so that you can see which cities Flixbus covers. And you can see, like, if you hover over the cities or if you click on a city, you can actually see what's the connection between the city. So you can also of course type in a city, for example Munich, and here you can see where you can go to from Munich, which is quite a lot actually. And let's just check out the prices a little bit. You could see that like it's like 9 euros for example. If you want to go to Budapest, you can see it's like 32 euros 90 here. And yeah, another place you can for example go is to Prague from Munich, and it's like 15 euros. So you can see it's really cheap and easy to travel. Of course the connection could be sometimes quite a long ride, and for example from Paris to Venice it's like 39 euros. But of course this can always change depending on the day you want to go. So as you can see, it's actually really cheap to travel around Europe by Flixbus. I also just found out a couple of weeks ago that there's an Interflix ticket you can book, and with this ticket you can travel to 5 cities all around Europe for 99 euros. You don't need to end up where you started, but what you have to take care of is that you're not allowed to travel on the same route again, so you have to choose your ways wisely. So just to give you a quick idea how my experience with Flixbus was so far, I summarized my last trip a little bit, my weekend trip to The Hague in the Netherlands. So I traveled from Hamburg to The Hague on Friday and back from The Hague to Hamburg on Sunday, and for each way I paid 25 euros. This was a night bus, so I traveled overnight, and there was only one stop in Amsterdam in between. So you actually don't need to print the ticket. All you need is the app of Flixbus, or you can even download the PDF they sent you by email, and that's it, all you need. If you do a border crossing, of course you need your ID card or your passport to enter the bus, but of course this is Europe, and at the border nobody checked my ID. What I also really liked is that they send you SMS if the bus runs late. This can happen as well. There was enough space for my legs, and as this was a night bus, I had 2 seats for myself, which was really nice. You can also charge all your devices because there's a plug underneath your seats for power, and they also have Wi-Fi on the bus, which actually worked quite nice. So I had a really good connection. I could even download the offline Google Map for The Hague and WhatsApp my friends who were waiting for me. So most of the bigger bus stations in Europe are organized quite well. You have, for example, displays which show you where the buses are leaving. At smaller towns, smaller cities, not. So all you backpackers who want to travel Europe, I hope this video helped you in a way and you got some information you needed. If this video actually helped you, please give me a thumb up. If you have any question, just post a comment. And of course, please subscribe my channel. Click on this bubble if you want to see more travel videos. Thank you for watching.